Hi everyone, so nice to see you here. A huge welcome to those who are watching here now with us tonight. And also, I would like to say thank you so much for everyone who is watching the recording of this. We are very grateful for you finding the time to watch it and to listen to our stories and what we're going to share tonight. We are very excited to share some stories and also the possibilities with you this evening. I'm here with a couple of my amazing business besties. I love this business because of this so much that I have so many friends from it. And we will be sharing our personal stories, how we got started, and also what this has done for us and what's possible when you say yes to something completely new. And we know that right now there is so many women who are looking for something more. And it could be just the extra income, it could be more freedom, it could be more like confidence, changing life, helping others. Like there is so many things which women are looking for at the moment. And that could be you. You could be one of them. So if this sounds like you, or you can resonate with any of this, then just have your mind open, because maybe what we share tonight will be something which you will be interested in, and you will decide that you would like to try it maybe in the future. So I'm going to start with my story, and I'm not gonna make it too long. I went through a lot. I'm 47 now. I'm gonna be 48 soon, so we can imagine what I went through already. But I'm originally from Europe. I'm originally from Slovakia, and I didn't want to stay there. I didn't want to live there mainly because of the weather, but also I'm very adventurous. So I wanted to live in different country, and I moved from one country to another and lived in US, in Malta, now I'm in Australia. But because of that, I had to always start from the beginning. I finished master degree in hotel management, but and I straight away after I finished, I was looking for something I can do in my profession. So I started working for the one of the biggest hotel chain, and I moved within that chain actually when I was moving the countries, but I still had to start from the very, very beginning. And it was so hard for me. It was really hard to deal with that because I had experience, I had education, but when I moved to another country, I was basically told like, you're not enough. You need to show us that you are enough. And I was constantly just proving to everyone, I'm enough. I can do this. I can maybe have that management position. And that was actually in my head. That was the only thing which I was worrying about, was to get better position and to get better money. And I never thought that I will be starting my own business or anything like this. That was never an option for me, because maybe because I have the way how I grew up, people used to work in the same job forever. And I just thought, I will find a job, I will get better position, better money, I will stay there forever. That's it. But I was getting older, and then I decided to have kids. And when they were born, I really struggled so much. Maybe because I was in different country too, and I didn't have any support. So they went to childcare very quickly. And I remember waking up at 5 o'clock or even earlier to have everything ready for the departure before 7, drop them in childcare, going to work, coming back at like 6, 6:30. I did not spend any time with them, but I was still not, I wouldn't say I was okay with it, but nothing else was like an option for me. That's how life is. Everyone is like this, and I just have to deal with it, and that's it. And I wasn't even open to anything else. But it was just getting harder and harder. And then COVID came, which everyone is complaining about. And I'm thankful that the COVID came, because it completely changed my life. My husband got stuck in Fiji, not a bad place to get stuck in, but I was here by myself for 18 months. I had full-on job. By that time, I already had like good position, good money, but my kids were very small and they needed me, and I was working and going home, and I was exhausted, and I just had enough. enough of everything. And that time I decided, like, I need to find something else. I have to find something I can do from home, spend more time with my kids. And I started looking, and I knew that health and wellness is the fastest growing industry. So I was looking for something in that. And I found this business. It's one of the girl who was posting the stories about this, how she started, and I was so interested in it. So I reached out to her and I asked her to tell me more about this, and I found it amazing. So I decided to give it a go, and it was hard in the beginning. Don't take me wrong, like it was horrible, I would say, because I had maybe 20 minutes a day to just when kids were sleeping to quickly do something and learn. But I was determined to make this work because I knew that this is my option for when my husband will be away, when he comes back, maybe I will have this business and I will be able to spend more time with my kids. And that's what happened. I've seen how this business was growing quickly, and an income, and then I managed to drop some of the hours in my other job, and I started working from home most of the time, and that was just amazing. And when kids went to school, I was able to go to school for their carnivals, for the competition, for the rewards, and I that was no option before for me. So it was amazing to experience that. And the only goal for me was just spend more time with my kids. But then I started learning a lot when I started with this company, like so much self-development and so much learning about myself. I have to say I completely changed as a person, and my mindset and everything. I'm just so much more calm, relaxed. I can deal with different things so much better than I used to before, just by working on myself, thanks to all the trainings and everything we have access to. And I'm not even talking about my health. When I started this, I was on the breaking point, anxious, stressed, sick every second week. My kids were sick. We struggled so much, but just using the amazing product which we had access to and doing amazing programs which are part of this amazing business, I improve my health. It's unbelievable, and I can see it now after turning 40 and all these changes, which I'm not even going to go there. I just see how this is helping me to deal with it, and I hear from other people how they struggle, and I'm just like, oh, this actually helps me to go through it. And I have so much support from the other girls who are part of this business. So yeah, it completely changed my life. And what was my goal before, to be more with my kids? Now I'm having vision for the future. What is this is going to be when I retire? Like when I will be in that age, because I'm sure you know that average woman, when they retire, they are able to live from the money which they have just for a couple of months, and that's it. So many women going back to work, or they looking for some extra income, or they just have to maybe move somewhere else, or not, like they live a very simple life just because they can't spend, they are in the financial stress. And I don't want that. And looking on some of the women who are in this business, and they are over 60 and 70, and how they live, like they can still travel, they can see their family and their kids, and they have this freedom, and they still earning money from this. I exactly want that. And because I'm from Europe, I'm really trying to go there quite often. And when I was working in my hotel job, they basically told me, like, now you can go for like week and a half. But since I started this business, we went there twice for longer. Last year we went for 3 months. This year we are going for 2 months. So that's something which I really like too. So yeah, this all changed my life so much. And as I mentioned before, I found some of my really best friends in here who are always supporting me, who I can contact whenever I need something. And this is something I wasn't even looking for, and I didn't even know I'm gonna get this as a package with this. So yeah, I'm really grateful for all of this. But enough of my story. I'm just gonna pass it to Alex, and she's gonna tell us a little bit about her story and also about the amazing product which we have in here.
Thanks so much. And I love hearing these stories. Yeah, like from mums who are very similar to me. And yeah, I just resonate with so much of what you shared. even though it's not obviously exactly the same story. It's just that feeling of feeling depleted, wanting more out of life, and knowing that there must be something out there and to get me off this sort of like hamster wheel of life. So my story began 9 years ago this month. Can you believe it's my 9 year anniversary this month, which is, yeah, which is mind blowing. It began at a time when I was really busy. I had 5 young children. They were all under the age of 8, and I had some twin babies there in the mix. They were only 7 months old at the time. So I was very busy. I wasn't exactly looking for something to fill my day. It's not like I was bored, but in the back of my mind, I had definitely started to ponder. I was thinking, how am I going to contribute financially? How am I going to, be able to, bring our income up when I am at home with all these kids? And I'm also a teacher, so I wanted to homeschool, which threw another thing into it as well, because obviously teaching hours are during the time that I want to be at home with my kids. So that's when I started to think about it. I wasn't really actively looking, but it basically did just cross my path online, and I watched one of another mum's story, similar to the one that we just heard. Like just feeling a little bit lost in mum life, wanting something more, a way to be able to earn around the family, and yeah, it just really really triggered something in me to take a little bit of a further look. I got my questions answered, and I thought, you know what, this makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to share the products with you in a minute. And when I saw them, it was just like a light bulb went on. I thought, you know what, I can see how this can benefit not only my family, but I can already think of a lot of other families who would love to be, on these products. And so that's where the journey began for me. And 9 years on, I'm still here. I'm absolutely loving it. And yeah, more than anything, I just love being able to share the gift of being able to earn an income from home, especially for women who want that freedom and flexibility and want to be mum first, but also want to have a little bit of fun money and to be able to contribute financially. So you're probably all wondering, what on earth are these products? Tell me about them. So I'm going to let the mystery be over here. So basically, we've got amazing produce in a capsule form. That is what it is. So we've got fruit, veg, and berries. And basically, they have been popped in like a big slushy. They've been freeze dried and dehydrated, like freeze dried. Like it's a patented dehydration process where it's like so low so that all of the nutrients stay intact. But they're very different and unique to anything out there. Like you've actually got a food label on the back. So very different to anything else out there, because you actually can understand exactly what is in them. You can literally have a look at the label and read the fruits, vegetables, and berries that go into the capsules. So what I really love about these is there's actually a lot of research that backs their effectiveness. So if you're into the science, please do reach out to the person who shared this event with you, because they would love to forward that on to you. It is very, very impressive research. Some of the findings, I've just actually got it in front of me here because I just love reading it. I think it's amazing. So research has shown that Juice Plus contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports your immune system, reduces the severity of cold symptoms, helps to protect DNA, and improves blood flow to the skin. So that is just a real quick overview of some of the research findings, but really, really impressive stuff. And the beauty of these is it's just easy and convenient. So that is what I love about it. There's no fuss. There's no like having to, get all these ingredients into a blender and make a beautiful, smoothie and, green juice or whatever. It's like, this is just an easy way to be able to get all of that nutrition into your system on a daily basis. So it's really convenient and effective. And another really cool thing that they've done is they've actually popped the fruit and veg powder into a chewable form for the children and the adults. I'm not going to lie and tell you I don't eat them, because I do. They are very delicious. So a child can actually receive those chews for free with an adult capsule order, which is really incredible. So the Juice Plus company really is a company with a heart. They give away free chews to children. So we get to sponsor the children, which is absolutely amazing. And parents have had really amazing feedback. with the research that they've done on children. Really great things like improved concentration at school, less sick days, drinking more water, better sleep, lots of really cool benefits. So all the things that you want your kids to be having more of in their life, the chews definitely help with those things, which is amazing. So those are the capsules. We've also got an awesome omega oil, which is really unique to a lot of omegas out there. This is actually a vegan omega oil. So a lot of people are probably familiar with fish oil. Juice Plus have gone straight to the source. You know, the fish are eating the algae. That's the reason why they have those omega oils. Juice Plus have just gone straight to the algae, and they've also gone to some other plants as well. They've taken things like raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, pomegranate seed oil. So really cleverly, they've designed a cold press, like it's all, you're avoiding all of those rancid oils that a lot of those fish oils can have. And it is not unpleasant to have either. It tastes like sort of vanilla, citrus kind of aftertaste. Amazing for so many different things. Go and have a look at the benefits of omega oils. Things like brain health, eye health, heart health, lots of different things. And this is actually a full spectrum omega. So you've got omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, which is really incredible. So we've got that awesome omega oil there. And then we have our smoothie powders. So we've got, this is called the complete powder because it's so much more than like just a protein powder. It's actually packed with a truckload of superfoods. So you've got things in there like spirulina, yucca powder. You've got mushroom powder, which is like 40% of your vitamin D intake that you need for the day. You've got in one serving of that. So you've got truckloads of superfoods, and it's low GI, high in fiber. So a really good option that's not going to cause your blood sugar levels to spike. And they taste amazing. Like they're just such an easy, convenient way to get, again, more plant-based nutrition into your diet every single day. And then we've also got another protein. This is actually a protein powder, which is higher in protein, lower in carbohydrates. It's got some really awesome ingredients in there that help with like mental performance and like muscle recovery as well. So this is another really great option for people that are looking to help their like muscle growth and also just have a bit more of a performance protein powder, which is awesome. And then last but not least, I saved the best for last because I had to do that. I'm very protective of this canister, by the way. This is our new, this is the new kid on the block. This is the amazing ceremonial cacao, which is delicious. So if you're not familiar with cacao, this is a way that you can enjoy chocolate without all the guilt, and it's incredible to have a hot drink that just tastes absolutely incredible. You can use it in baking. In a nutshell, again, I've got my findings in front of me here. So cacao is known to support gut health and digestion, to boost energy and focus, to reduce stress and ease anxiety, to aid weight management, to hydrate skin and fight aging, improve heart health and circulation, to support cholesterol and blood sugar, and to balance hormones and mood. Many good reasons to stock your cupboards up with this stuff. It tastes really, really amazing. And not only does it taste amazing, but Juice Plus have really gone to town with getting a really high grade quality product that's really ethical. We've got some really cool stories behind the origin of the product. So again, if that's something that interests you, we would love to give that information to you. So in a nutshell, that is an overview of the products. If there's something in particular that you would love a bit more information about, please just reach out. We've got lots more that we can share. But basically, it's a way to add a lot of nutrition into your body, lots of plants on a daily basis so that you can be your best, vibrant self. So on that note, I'm going to hand it over to Ing.
Better unmute myself. Thanks for that, Alex. Of the cacao, literally, we got the cacao this month. If you're watching this in the month of April, it is so fresh and we are all very excited about it. It's got such a cool origin story. So make sure you hear that for whoever brought you here. But I am Ing, and I'm going to share a little bit about my story with you guys. I have been part of this business for 5 years now. And when I joined, I was at home with my first baby. He was nearing a year, around 10 months. And that, you know, the thoughts and the plans and the ideas of like what was work life going to look like started creeping in, and, you know, started feeling a bit of pressure around those conversations. And actually, it made me feel really uneasy. I found that my values had really changed when I became a mum. I had always wanted to be a mum, but I was quite career driven before I had my baby. But I just found that the way I was thinking, the way I was prioritizing had completely changed. And going back to work was just not something that I was excited about at all. But working was something I've always done. So I kind of found myself a little bit stuck, and I started looking for ways to earn an income from home. Like I was Googling everything. I was looking into bookkeeping, into doing, like, I have a business background, so I've got like finance understanding. And I was like, what can I do? Bookkeeping turned out to be a lot of work, and a lot of work into inquire customers or clients. And it's very dollar for hour situation. So I kind of just didn't do that. And then when I came across this opportunity, it was like it gave too good to be true, right? I was like, there are these happy, healthy women on the Zoom who just seem to have their life together. And I just felt like I was like wobbling quite a lot. But I, as you who are here, had saw a presentation or heard about the products. And for me, I was like, this makes so much sense. Postpartum health being part of the products and the program that Ivana touched on as well. We have such beautiful programs here, was really going to help me on my postpartum health. So I just jumped in, and my first goal was just to cover the cost of my own products. I went, if I can, the products were reasonably affordable considering all that was in them. And I was like, I can cover the cost of that, and then I can take it from there. And I had an incredible health journey in those first 6 months. And then my life just tipped upside down, you know, as life do. And I ended up becoming a single mom. So I returned back to full-time work because, well, I had to pay all the bills all of a sudden and really put my big girl pants on. And what I found when I went back into project management was, so I had a reasonably good salary and I went back into work, was that even after being paid my good salary, I was paid too much to get any government support, but I earned too little to actually pay for all my expenses. So there was more month left at the end of my money, and I started creeping into my credit cards. And I had this business that I had, you know, I've been sharing my health journey because it was very easy for me because I had incredible results, but I hadn't really tapped into the potential. And I turned around to look at what other people were doing in here, and I thought, if they can, I can too. And like Ivana touched on as well, the personal development was a huge part of me getting through that season of life. As you can imagine, becoming a single mom, when just being at home and being a mom felt like it was all of my values. And now I had to be everyone, you know, I had to be the working mom and the present mom and the weekend mom and the weekday mom. And I had to peel my son off me every single day at daycare until he was 3. So he started daycare at about 18 months. For 18 months, I peeled him off me every day. As soon as he started talking, he would start negotiating. Mama, if you have any meetings today, I will sit still. I won't talk, you know, I won't do anything. I won't even ask for snacks. Like, he was just wanted to be home with me. And my life was so busy. I didn't have lots of extra time, but in little stolen moments, like my lunch break or in the morning or in the evening, I was able to chip away at my business on the side and lean into the community and the support and the mentorship that's available in here to constantly feel like ahead of the game. You know, I constantly felt inspired to take the next step. And anyone who knows anything knows that you've got 2 high-performing athletes, but one has a better mindset, they're most likely to be the one who crosses the finish line first, right? So I had that mindset in that season of life, and life was beautiful. You know, I was enjoying being a single mom, and I was creating more for me and my son. And then I met my husband, and then we fell pregnant and had our daughter. And I was able to go back home, leave my job and supplement our income as I was at home being fully present with my daughter. And then we fell pregnant again 3 months postpartum. So then I was like, okay, I'm definitely not going back to work now. But I didn't feel that anxious feeling that I felt in my chest and in my tummy the first time I was postpartum, when I realized, oh, now we're going to start talking about work, because I have a solution. I have a way to create from home. And I have my 1-year-old and my 2-year-old at home full time. So again, I don't have lots of time, but I have all the moments, and there's no one, I don't have to peel them off me to go to daycare, and I don't have to choose between providing or having an opportunity to provide an income and be a present mum, which is, like a dream come true for me, to be honest. My oldest is now at school. And just as Ivana was saying, like, I can be there there are a lot of school activities. He's in year 2, but I had no idea how much we have to be at school, and there's assemblies. And just on Friday, I went to the school assembly, and you could see the kids, because my son's class were hosting it. And you can see when they were all lining up to leave and the parents were coming over, the kids they were like visibly upset. You could see that because their parents weren't there. They couldn't come to the assembly, and they were crying, and the teacher was trying to, because these are little 6-year-olds, right? And trying to, I want my mum and she's not here, and it's like, it pulls on my heartstrings. And just feeling that, takes me back to peeling my son off me at daycare and having to just push him into someone's hands and go, because the longer I stood there, the more anxiety built up. And I had used all my sick days, so I couldn't call in sick, so just letting people know that there is another way, and that there is an opportunity for them to create both things, especially mums, is something I'm super, super passionate about. So this was a bit of my story, and I'm going to leave it with that. What I want to say to you that I hear, though, is you're probably going to be one of 4 people. You're either going to be someone who listened to Alex and went, I want to try these products and lean into these health programs that they're talking about. That's person A. Person B, you're very curious about earning an extra income and you really want to learn more about that. Or your person C, you're a little bit skeptical about all this. Maybe you're a little bit like me. This is giving too good to be true. And having questions, which is very healthy. Or your person D, you're just here as a cheerleader, and we really, really appreciate your support. So I would love for you to let the person that brought you here know which of those people, A, B, C, D, that you are, and they'll be able to give you the information that you need. So that was all for us today. Thank you so much for those who are here listening. And if you're listening to the recording, we really appreciate you. Bye, guys.